All right, guys, we're here in Detroit, Motor City, and we are going to meet another stacker slash YouTuber. Who do you think it's going to be this time? Let me know in the comments below. And let's take a walk through Detroit, see if I can make it without getting shot. And let's see who I'm going to meet. Let's go.
One stacker on a journey to find silver. International stacker.
I think I see him. Sharp eye for coins. What is up, my friend?
How's it going, bro?
All right, so we just met inside, and for those of you who don't know, this is Sharp Eye for Coins. Is that correct?
Yes, Mr. International Stacker.
Woo! And we've got a nice backdrop here. We are literally in downtown Detroit. You know, we were talking a little bit earlier. I know a lot of you are like worried about my safety and commenting, but it seems like they've done a big revitalization of downtown Detroit. Like, evidently someone's telling me a lot of these buildings used to be like vacant, there was graffiti and stuff, but now it looks like any other like touristy downtown, you know?
Oh yeah, for sure. They've got a huge facelift maybe about 15 years ago when we had the Super Bowl.
Super
Bowl.
Bowl.
Kilpatrick was in office then, you know, huge facelift. But they've been doing a lot of work down here. Don't get me wrong, that's one of the biggest complaints is that they focus so much energy in the downtown area and not to the outer neighborhoods, right? If I were you, I would not go on the northeast side. Well, unless you really wanted to, you know, film of how bad it is.
Right.
Because it could be really bad.
Right.
But around here, it's amazing. You know,
Yeah.
all the way out to the train station. If you took Michigan Avenue out to the train station, you get some of the best barbecue in the city, my friend.
Yeah, you know, the only thing I've seen here is just like any other downtown. Like, there's definitely some homeless folks and issues with that you got to deal with, but that's no different than San Diego or Chicago or Los Angeles or any other big city, you know what I mean?
Well, you know, it's hard to be homeless here in Detroit. It gets cold.
And I would say, actually, the homeless situation is way worse in California because the weather there is great, and I get that. I would say the homeless people that are here definitely probably relocate during the winter, right?
Well, they find their warming shelters and stuff like that. I mean, we have our, you know, areas where there's tents.
Okay.
You know, just like you have down in California and other places. But yeah, the problem is way less than over there.
So I guess my first question is, what got you into gold and silver, and do you consider yourself a stacker?
That's a great question. Well, have you ever heard of Ken Peavy's Big Shell?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so well, I owe it all to COVID.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
The beer flu.
The beer flu.
The governor of the state wiped out my business. I could not work.
Okay.
You know, I was considered non-essential. Everybody in the real estate industry could not work.
Okay.
So what am I going to do, right? So I started going on YouTube. Hey, Paula Bloom. Paula Bloom and Mantic Coins were running Ken Peavy's Big Show, and what was it? Once a week they would give all of these prizes to somebody who answered a question about coinage. All you had to do was watch a video, and I won one.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay. Now, when I was a kid, I used to be a coin collector. But I'm like, you know, what silver is worth, what, 76 cents?
I know.
Like,
if only you knew.
If only I knew, right?
If only you knew.
But so I quit it after about a year back then. But, you know, it brought some, you know, memories. So I started getting some $50 boxes and hunting for silver.
Okay.
And then I started...
Yeah, I noticed you have a lot of live streams, and some of them are coin roll hunting, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
And have you done well? Have you...
Well, my last one, I got 2 boxes, and I found a 1970D, which is a very rare coin. It's an NIFC, you know, plus it's silver. But I also found 3, you know, 90%ers. I found, I think, 8 or 9 40%ers. So I think it's pretty good.
Have you ever found... so I don't do many boxes. What my favorite is, and I found if I go to at least 10 banks in a row, I'll find silver. I like to go to the tellers. I'll clear out anything they have in their you know, in their little registers, because that's way more likely to be silver. And then sometimes if they tell me they have some in back, I'll say, oh, can I see what it looks like? And if it looks like new rolls, I'm like, nope. But if it looks like old ones, and I found entire rolls of silver before. It was crazy.
Let me tell you something just happened. So I was picking up these boxes from the bank, right? And I noticed in the teller's till, she's got some $50 customer wrapped. I'm like, hey, can I buy those from you? You know? She's like, well, you know, I think, I don't know if they're counted right. You know, I like to count these myself. I'm like, well, I trust them. You know, just buy them. Well, you know, he wrote on there what they are, so probably isn't going to be anything in there. And I'm like, it doesn't hurt to try. She did not want to sell me those.
Yeah.
You know, but I got them, and yeah, in each roll there was at least 140%er.
Epic.
Yeah.
Yeah, one time I saw a lady.
These tellers are getting savvy.
I know. I saw a lady and she had a customer roll and it had written on it like 50 something. I'm like, hey, could I buy that? She's the same thing. Oh, well, I haven't counted them. I'm like, I'm fine. She's like, it could be short. I'm like, I'm okay with that because I saw the date.
Yep.
And sure enough. And then I like to say, you know, it's free silver. And people go to say, it's not free silver. You still have to pay 50 cents for the coin. Yeah, but one coin's like $4 or
What's the
$8
return
depending on.
investment?
Exactly.
It's
You're
like
still getting free.
400%.
All right, I interrupted you. We went down the coin roll hunting hole. So you were talking about what got you into stacking.
And do I consider myself a stacker? Okay,
Yeah.
so I first started just with collecting, right?
Okay.
So I started getting, you know, the pennies, the nickels, the dimes,
Sure.
the quarters, and I was looking for more than just the silver. I wanted a collection of just high quality coins, but it you know, you realize very quickly you're not getting anything high quality by going through that. So, you know, I started, you know, doing visiting auctions. You know, but that's a good way of spending a lot more money than you really have to, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So start going out to local coin shops and,
Mm-hmm.
you know, reading more. I mean, it's reading about what you're looking for with varieties. And so I started collecting varieties and errors. And, you know, now after a year and a half of doing it, yeah, I've got, you know, probably about 500 ounces of silver,
Awesome.
a couple ounces of gold.
That's more than like 99.9% of the entire world population. Isn't that crazy to think about?
Because I don't think I have enough.
Yeah, it's too
Yeah.
small. There is a little
You know what the
bit
problem
more
is?
power.
I got to 500. I'm like, all right, I need to get to 1,000. I got to 1,000. I'm like, I need to get to 2,000. Got there. I'm like, I need to get to 5,000. Got there. It's never enough. It's never enough.
But you know, I do more than that though. Like once I started, because I realized I didn't know anything about money.
Right.
I didn't know how it was made from the Fed.
It
you
gets
know, the
rehypothecated and all this
banks.
craziness.
Exactly, the
Yeah.
velocity of money. I started looking into all that, and I you know, and now I'm just scared. I'm like, okay, so why is the dollar going up, right? Because all the foreign countries are running to the dollar. So there's actually a dollar shortage,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I'm like, and I look around in the economy here, I'm like, if there's a dollar shortage because people are buying the U.S. dollar because China's going belly up, I'm afraid. I'm really afraid, right? So now I'm like, I need more silver because something's going to happen. God knows when. But so I start to look at food,
Yeah.
you know, security.
You know, food.
community.
Little plug, little shameless plug. If you go to preparewithis.com, I have the best deal on the internet for My Patriot Supply food. It's good for 25 years. You put it in a closet and forget about it. And like with Hurricane Katrina, you don't have to put on message on the roof that you're hungry. You're prepared. So shameless plug, but please continue.
Oh man, it's not shameless. Throw it out there. You got it, you know? Yeah, so, you know, I identified the number of different categories of, you know, stackers, collectors, numismatists, truckers, you know? So I'm a little bit of all of them, you know?
Okay.
And God forbid, you know, silver ever went up to $100. Because the situation...
You know, it has in the past. So it's gone to $50 nearly twice, but the first time it did it, if you correct for inflation, it was over $140 of today's dollars.
That was when? In the
80s.
80s, okay.
Yeah.
And then it went up again when around 2008.
Yeah, well, 2008 started. I think it hit the high in 2011 or something like this. Yeah.
So what's the situation when that happens, right? It sucks. It
Yeah.
sucks for everybody. And so, you know, I'm not concerned about the spot price. I used to care about spot price. I used to think, I didn't understand, you know, it's just a newbie. I didn't understand everything that went into the spot. I didn't know about the banks.
And it's manipulated and all that, yeah.
And so I would like, you know, I started buying it when it was like $14, $15 an ounce, right? And it got up to 30, guess what? I did a linear regression analysis, forecast model, said silver would go to 18 this year.
Yeah.
I was still buying it at 30.
Yeah.
What does that tell you?
To me, silver under 30 or under is a good deal. Silver under 20 to me is a fire sale. And I used to like watch spot every day. Now, don't get me wrong. If we have a big drop in spot, I'll definitely buy way more. You know what I mean? I'll have a constant buy, but if I see dips or anything, I'll buy into it. If we start to get a little rise, I might pause for a second and see if we have a pullback. But for the most part, I'm just buying as much as I can, and I always shop the deals. That's what I do. I always shop the deals.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a long-term hold. If you're going to get into it, if I had, because it's not a liquid asset necessarily. I mean, you could do an auction. You need to have an end game if you do want to get out. I don't want to take it to a pawn shop, for example.
Oh no, or even a local coin shop. They're gonna jack you.
Yeah, exactly. But where was I going with that?
Liquidity.
Yeah, the liquidity. You want to buy it, you want to hold it. It's not you buy it and then you try to flip it. With one exception, collectibles.
See, that's what I do. I'll get like the U.S. Mint release or something's gonna be hot. I'll buy it and flip it. I do that, and then I'll buy more weight. Than you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Some of them I like to hang on to, but those, like for example, the reverse proof American Silver Eagles that just came out. I got 3 of them. Thank God for family. Nice. Everybody, take care of your community, because then your community will help you. They'll help you buy extra ones.
Exactly.
But yeah, they're on eBay. Picked it up at 180. What was it? 185. Sold for 335. Buy some weight.
Easy money. And man, I remember when rolls of Eagles we're getting for 335, 340. Oh, that good old days, like pre-beer flu.
I think I just bought 25 Britannias, and I think I spent $640 on it.
Man, I mean, that's a good deal, but man, it makes me sick of what I used to be able to get this stuff for.
Yeah, I know. I should.
So you said collectibles. So one of the ways I make money to buy more gold and silver is every year except for like the last 2, hashtag freaking beer flu, is I go to San Diego Comic-Con, and I get in there. I have all access passes. I'm grandfathered in, and I get a lot of the exclusive, like the Fun Code toys or the autograph stuff by these actors, like Walking Dead posters, and I'll flip that stuff and then take that and buy more weight. That's kind of something I do. What kind of other collectibles are you into?
Comic books.
Okay.
Yeah,
so that goes right along with that.
I'm like with silver. I buy and I hold.
Yeah.
I hold. But I have friends like a buddy of mine. Actually, his daughter goes to school with mine, and he has an unbelievable comic book collection. And he's the same way. I mean, like Incredible Hulk 181, sealed, CGC in a 9.6. I mean, that's like a $35,000 comic book.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And that's just one of a ton that he has. So my collection isn't even nearly like that. But I have vinyl, and so I like vinyl albums and comic books. But
nice.
And books. Like I told you.
You seem like a pretty cool guy, dude. You're a pretty cool guy. Yeah, you're a pretty cool guy. Oh, thank you. So I guess my question kind of relates back to what you're talking about before. You're like, man, I need more gold and silver, and I feel the same way. I think everyone does through their journey. But do you feel safer? Can you sleep better at night knowing that you have the stack you have? Like, does it give you any kind of sense of security? Or has it opened your eyes to how vulnerable we really are?
Let's put it this way. I mean, it's given me a different kind of security, but also a different kind of worry, right? When you collect like that, you worry about security. So I don't keep my stack in my house, right? I have it in a couple of different locations, right? So I worry about those locations, and I check on them frequently. So it's an additional stress, but I'm also thankful that I have it, and I know that if the shit hit the fan, now I can rely on that, right? So that's a way bigger stress relief than worrying about the security of the items. And what was the other part of your question?
Well, you started me thinking about something else. I think I lost. But no, it's just about you feeling better, being a bit more prepared, or was it counterproductive because it's opened your eyes so much? You're like, oh man, like most people in the United States can't even handle a $400 expense. It's you know what I mean?
Well, here's the thing. If you have any liquidity, and let's say you have cash, right, or you have stocks or treasuries, All right, you look at inflation as, you know, I don't even
The
wanna
hidden
call
tax is what I call it.
I don't even want to call it inflation because I realize it's really not. Inflation is over the course of a long period of time and it's steady. It's what it is. I think it's temporary inflation because of bottleneck supply shortages. But the point is, prices are going up, right? 5%, 4%, you know, every month on month.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do with your money? You're going to keep it in the bank where you're earning 0.5% interest,
And you're taking a 5% hit and then continually compounded.
plus the risk of maybe the bank closing.
Yeah.
You're going to put it in treasuries where you're getting 1%, you're still losing money. Or put it in the stock market. Okay, so I put some in the stock market. I'm
Yeah.
like, let's do a variety. Let's do some gold mining stocks,
Yeah.
right? Let's try. I put some in LILM, which is
Okay.
Lilium. It's an electronic flight
Okay.
company. And I put some in medicine, like therapeutics. As soon as I did, all got hit. I mean, it was like the algorithms or whatever these.
They knew,
traders
they're
have,
like,
they
"Get
knew,
'em now."
Get 'em now. So I'm like down like 5%. I'm like, all right, so the stock market's out for me. What's the only thing I can invest in that has zero counterparty risk?
Yeah.
Gold and silver.
There you go.
You know, and I know it's there. I hold it. So I'm pulling that. As soon as, you know, stock market comes up, even if I have to take a loss, I'm going to pull out some of those funds and just invest in
Convert it.
Yeah, convert it.
Have you ever been to one of my mega gaws? Mega.
Yeah, you know, I think the last one-
mega. Sorry.
No. It's a lot of fun. Don't get me wrong. It's a lot of fun.
It gets so insane with the chat. It's
The
crazy.
chat's nuts. I can't read it. You know?
It's crazy.
Like-
It's even crazier for me trying to like watch everything.
Don't get me wrong. Like, listen, I love your channel. I love your content.
Yeah.
Silver Seeker. What is it? Also, Silver Dragon.
Yeah.
All are great, but I don't go to your auctions. I can't do it. You know.
I don't have auctions.
Okay.
I don't have auctions.
That's right. But Silver Dragon does.
Yeah,
And
Silver
I can't
Dragon.
do it because it's just insane. If I want to go do an auction, I want like 20 people there.
Yeah. No, there's thousands. Yeah. I don't sell anything on my channel. Well, except I did do a collaboration with MK Bars. If you go to mkbarsandbullion.com, there is the IS Crab Round still available. Only like 5 left. Use the coupon code CRABPEOPLE and you might be lucky and get one of the rare variants. But other than that, I sell nothing on my channel. Mostly what I do is give gold and silver away. I've given away, I think, like 3 kilo bars at this point.
That's amazing.
A couple, on top of that, probably 200 ounces of silver, some gold. And I actually recently made 5 multi-billionaires on my channel. Do you know how I did that?
Oh yeah, with the Zimbabwe.
Yeah. 5 people won 5 billion Zimbabwe dollars on my channel recently. And I recently just became a trillionaire. I don't know if you saw that video. I got some trillion
Wait till
dollar
the government mints their $1 trillion coin, man. The same thing will happen with our money.
So crazy. You know what's funny? You just reminded me of. So I spent obviously a lot of time in the Middle East. And my buddy and I went on a trip to Lebanon before everything was Syria. Lebanon's jacked now. But there's a casino out there called Casino de Lebanon. And we're playing in there, and he did really well in poker. He won like 20 grand, right? So I'm like, he's like, I want to do a big bet on roulette with the 1,000,000 lira chip. It's liras. And back then, 1,000,000 liras was like $1,200. So he did it, and he put on black. I'm like, put on red, bro. He's like, no, it's white. I'm telling you, put on red. And it hit red, he lost it. But just the fact that he was able to gamble with the 1,000,000 lira chip,
Right.
that's disgusting. Because liras, I did a whole video on this. They used to be like way closer to the dollar. And back then, this was years ago, 1,000,000 liras was only 13 or 1400 US. Isn't that disgusting?
It is. I mean, there's so many countries in the world that have gone through something like that. My mother is from Yugoslavia.
Oh, so she knows.
Oh yeah, with the dinar. You
Yeah.
know, everybody throws out Venezuela, but I mean, same thing there. I mean,
Everywhere.
Zimbabwe.
They're having issues right now in Turkey, major issues, trying to keep people from buying gold. It happened after World War I or II with the Weimar Republic. It's happened everywhere.
Yeah, it's a debt-based economy, and once the confidence is lost,
That's
in the
where you have
current,
problems.
that's when you have problems. So we'll see how long it takes to get there, if it ever does. Hopefully, I'm not hoping for it, you know, but it seems like it's going in that direction.
That's what I say. I'm like, I hope I'm wrong on all of this. And if I'm wrong, I'm still going to have great equity and be able to cash out or pass it on in the future. I'm not going to lose anything. I'm only going to gain. But if I'm right, it's sad because a lot of people's lives are going to be effing destroyed. You know what I mean?
And that's where you got to worry about security. You got to worry about your community. You know, hopefully you've built a community.
Because you can't do it all. Like people think, oh, I've got this and that. I can take care of my house. No, you can't. I've been in crazy situations. I can tell you, you can't do it on your own. So unless you're building a community of like-minded individuals or family or whatever, all that's going to happen is you're going to have all these great supplies and someone's going to say, thank you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Thanks. You did well.
So I got to ask you a question. How many languages do you speak?
3 now, probably. I forgot. So I speak Arabic. I speak, obviously, English and Spanish fairly well. I spoke kind of a few other languages. I knew Korean decently for a while, but you know, if you don't use it, you lose it.
Yeah. I took German for like 12 years.
Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
Yeah, nur ein bisschen.
There you go.
But it's like, yeah, if you don't use it, you lose it.
And my last language I really spoke a lot, obviously, was Arabic. So now when I try to speak Spanish, I always insert Arabic words. So like, instead of en, like en la casa, like in the house, I'll say fi la casa. Because in Arabic, fi, that sounds like F, like E, is equivalent to in Spanish. So I'll mix the right, wrong words into my Spanish. It's jacked up.
It's crazy because you really honestly have to think in the language.
Yeah.
It's not like you think in English and then translate, you know.
No, it's the language,
You
yeah.
have to think in the language.
And
yeah.
people say once you have a dream in the whatever foreign language it is, it means you're actually got a good grasp on it. And I definitely have had a lot of dreams in Arabic and stuff going on, and it's crazy.
Right on.
Yeah.
Right on. I have dreams of music.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I saw you play the guitar. Is that just a passion, or?
Yeah, I play guitar, piano. I have an album.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got a Reverb Nation page where I put stuff that I haven't done the album on. And it's just a hobby, passion, fun.
Excuse
you know?
me, gentlemen. Hello,
Hey, buddy.
my name is Zane and I'm an entrepreneur. And I work with a company that is called Super Business Girl. And Super Business Girl is a company that empowers young people so they can make their own money and they can be self-sufficient. And today I'm selling my high vibrational sets for my school sports for my homeschooling. And I'm bringing you just sports about it.
So what is it?
So, they're high vibrational sets.
Okay.
See, this is my favorite candle. If you
Oh, so it's a candle.
Yes, if you buy
Let's
it.
look at this. I'm gonna show it to my viewers right now. I'm on YouTube.
You're a YouTuber?
Yeah.
What's your name?
International Stacker.
What do you do?
I talk about like finding treasure, finding like pirate gold and silver, and collecting, and how it protects you in the future.
I will subscribe to your channel.
Awesome.
Right on.
What do you got there? What's this?
So if you buy the candle, you get this picture frame with it.
Dang. So here's what I'm gonna. How much is it?
Everything is a $20 investment, but you can donate if you like.
It's an investment.
Investment.
What happened? How? Well, so if I hold it for like 5 years and sell it, will I make more? Okay. So here's what I'll do.
We also got change.
Do you have change? Do you have like do you have a couple 20s? Yeah. Do I have $80?
Yes.
All right. Give me $80.
All right. Just don't steal my candles.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Just watch it out.
You can run faster than me.
He's an entrepreneur.
Dude, that's funny.
Right on.
Oh, you know what's wild? I got this on track. Watch, stand up real quick.
Okay.
You see that? Look at the camera. Now sit back down.
Right on. Look at it.
Oh, it did.
Oh,
It lost you.
Well, it got me when I went up.
Yeah, I'm not
Oh, look
sure.
at that,
I'm not
look at
sure
that.
how I turned that on. That was crazy,
That's
wasn't it?
awesome.
So there's a gesture control on it. That's funny. So here's what I'm gonna do with this kid. I'm just gonna give him the 20 and say, give this as a gift to somebody. You know what I mean?
That's all.
And then I'm gonna say, leave a comment on my video and let me know how it went. You know what I mean?
I think that's fantastic.
I usually don't give stuff, but that was, I mean, the little kid was doing
Yeah,
it. Whatever.
yeah, he did a good job. It's like, I'm an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
He said, it's a $20 investment, or you can do a donation.
I'm like
Pretty slick.
I'm like investment. What is that?
Return.
I'm like, what does that mean?
Well, it is a scented candle, so it's a diminishing return if you light it.
Yeah, it's a diminishing return. $20, dude. These candles are probably 99. These candles are probably 99 cents
Yeah.
in a dollar store. That's probably like $2.
It's if you go over to Europe and you've been there, you'll see the gypsies.
Yeah.
And they do the same stuff.
So much stuff, and he's got a handler over there with him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
It's
see, a lot of times I won't buy into stuff like this, especially overseas, because what it is it's a bunch of kids. A lot of times they're human trafficked and they're run by gangs. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, no,
It's
it's
sad.
It'd be a dangerous world out there. But like around here, I would say maybe about 20 years ago, people would come up to you and say, "Got any change?"
Yeah.
And I would say, no, or whatever. Eventually, it happened so much, I started asking them ahead of time, like, got any change? But if somebody came up and told me a funny story,
You'd be more likely like,
I would give them something.
Yeah.
Because it's entertainment. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's like down in Florida, like around Key West. There's that pier, and everybody goes out there to do an act. Either they play guitar or they do juggling or something like that, and it's for money because all these guys sleep on the docks down there.
Mm-hmm.
But at least you're going to entertain someone. If you're going to earn the money, here's $5.
That's funny. No, yeah, I remember those guys on the pier. Which pier was that? It's a famous beach. I'm drawing a blank now, but it's like near LA, famous beach, Venice Beach. And this guy was like a human jukebox, and you pay him like $2, and he'd sing any song. Like,
yeah, same thing. Hey, man, he's working. You know what I mean?
He's doing his hustle. Yeah.
He's not just begging.
And that's the thing. If people are doing something, I think that's awesome. More than just begging. Evidently, a lot of folks, that's the hustle. They make tons of money begging, and it's tax-free. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Okay, so I was at the local coin shop the other day, and I'm going to give you...
All right, hold up. Here he comes.
Sorry it took me so long.
It's okay. You got 80 for me? Let me
Yes.
see. Here, count it out here. Let me see. Okay. How much you got there?
So, 20,
Yep.
40,
Yep.
60,
Yep.
70,
Yep.
71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 9, 8.
Good counting.
All right. How old are you?
9 years old.
9 years old. That's awesome. Now, so here's the 100, right? So that's 20.
Gotta make sure it's not.
Yeah, make sure it's real. Look up at the sky.
I know how it's. Yep, it's not fake.
And look up at the sky. If you hold it, you can see there's a watermark in here. Like, watch. You see how if you hold it up, you can see his face there?
Yeah.
And here you can't? That's another secret to make sure it's real.
And just to let you know, another way to make it real is you can see the lines right here.
Yeah.
You actually feel the lines. You see?
And, oh yeah, and you can feel they're textured.
Yep.
Now here's what I want you to do. I'm gonna give you these back. And what I want you to do is give it to somebody as a gift, okay?
Alrighty.
And then when you subscribe to my channel, drop me a comment and let me know if they liked it or not. Sound like a deal?
Sounds like a deal.
Shake on it? All right. Well, good luck with your business. You're a great entrepreneur.
You are too.
Right on. You
was-
are too.
You are too. That's funny.
Oh, man.
You got to respect the hustle.
Yes, you do. That's what I was going to say. Like,
Now, if he's a real businessman, he's not going to give that away. He's going to sell it.
he's not giving that
He
away.
ain't giving that away. That's funny.
But what was I going to say? Speaking of hustle, yeah. The local coin shop. So I was in there just going through their Morgans, and a gentleman came in with a spray bottle and a rag. He's like, "Can I clean your windows? $20." And it was awesome. She was like, "Yeah, go ahead."
Yeah.
This coin shop, they just lost their her brother and her I think it was her stepbrother or brother-in-law due to the beer flu.
Oh, jeez.
So they had to move locations, but I'll give you the address anyway. So they hired him, $20, and did the work, and he hustled. You know what I mean? But you'll see if you drive around here, especially if you leave the downtown area, people just on the side of the road with a sign, please help me. It's like, get a spray bottle.
Yeah, do something. Yeah.
Do something, please.
Well, I've seen things where folks get offered jobs and you're like, heck no, this is a good job right here,
Really?
All I got to do is stand here and I make tax-free money, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know there's been investigations. Some people are followed and they go drive like a Mercedes home or something crazy.
That might be an urban legend. Although I will tell you, it happened to me once. I swear, no joke.
It happened to my sister too. She's seen it.
Yeah, well, it was when I went to Wayne State. I lived off Cass Corridor. Coming out of 3rd Street party store, guy asked me for change. Just that, got any change? No. And I kept walking. I turned around, and I swear he drove a Beamer.
That is so epic.
I swear. I got to tell you, it did happen to me once, but I don't want to perpetuate them. They're not all like that.
So I guess really my last question for you is, if people are interested in you and your content, And I know you do mostly live streams, but you're telling me you're going to come out with some other types of videos, maybe history of coins, et cetera, et cetera. Where can people find you?
Sharp Eye for Coins on YouTube.
They just search that and they'll pop right up?
Yep, the Sharp Eye #4 coins.
Sharp Eye #4 coins. And I know the image that will pop up is like a purplish looking type of symbol, yeah?
If you want to open up that, there's a channel sticker in there.
Okay, he did give me a gift, which he made me open later, but I'm gonna open up at least to get the image for you all. And thank you for that gift, by the way.
Oh, you're welcome. I
haven't opened it yet. Is white powder gonna fly out of here?
I hope not. It depends on what kind of white powder, I guess.
Okay, cool. So here is his channel sticker. That's what the channel looks like. So make sure to check him out on YouTube. Are you on anything else?
I appreciate that. No, you know,
You don't have to be.
no, pretty much centered on YouTube. Every once in a while you'll see me on Discord, but
Oh, I have a Discord too. Yeah.
but you know, I still haven't figured out Discord.
It's kind of weird. I just
is.
made it. People go in there and talk about crabs and silver and post pictures.
Right.
As I pop into
I
that.
frequent Reddit a lot, but mostly in the Wall Street bets and you know, like what's the next movement going to be?
Nice.
Thing, but no, I plan on doing more videos, more content. I told everybody in my last live stream, if you don't see me in a week, you can start yelling at me when you see me in the auctions and stuff. Because,
There you go.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Come on.
So I guess we got to end this video, and I always end my videos a certain way. Catch you on the next one. Woo!
One stacker on a journey